Sometimes it feels like it's hard to move beyond the rhythms that I've worked on for years. I'm comfortable with them, but comfort is sometimes a problem because it's not always what's best for the music. And as musicians, we're all about serving the music. So in this video, I'm sharing my approach to making conga patterns more interesting. A basic tumbao pattern on congas can often add a lot to a groove, and especially if it's played well, people will like it. But what if it doesn't work for a song? Or what if you're bored of the basic tumbao and want to express yourself on conga drums? Well, I have a few ideas that might work for you, and all of them relate to the basic tumbao and how to make simple adjustments that can change up the groove. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't underestimate how much leaving out a tone or a slap can actually add to the groove. I know it's a bit counterintuitive, but less can be more. Sometimes what you're playing isn't enough. You need to add more, but be careful not to add so much that it takes away from what you're already playing. This is probably my favorite on the list. There are so many possibilities for moving your pattern around the drum. As always, start simple with one open tone on a different drum, like the example, and make melodies with your conga drums by developing phrases. We'll get into extending phrases a little bit more coming up. The demo for this video is where I got the idea for this example. Sometimes all you need to do is move a tone or a slap to make the conga pattern more interesting. In this example, I took the first open tone in the basic tumbao and moved it forward 1/8 note and changed it to a slap. But you could try leaving it as a tone or moving it in the other direction. I tend to like shifting my rhythms around when congas need to stand out more in a groove. This example is also one of my favorites because it's all about making your patterns more musical. And I've done that in a 4-bar phrase for this example by using a theme from the pattern I played on the demo song and gave it some musical form. The form is simple. I said something, and then I said something a little different. Then I went back to the first thing I said, and then I said something very different to turn things around to the beginning of the phrase. This approach to thinking about musical phrases reminds me of how Sovik, Dr. Thomas Sovik, used to describe popular song forms. Sovik would say it's just like dating. You take someone for coffee, and then it's coffee the next date because it worked the first time. But the third date needs to be lunch, something new, but not far from coffee. And the fourth date, it's back to coffee because that's what people like. They want something that they know. Give them something that they like, and then give them something different, but get back to that thing that they're used to as soon as possible. There. You have one of the secrets to pop music song form from Sovik. Changing up the timekeeping feel is simple. Instead of playing the slap on beat 2, I moved it over to beat 3. This one change can add a lot to a song that needs a half-time feel. You can support the work I do on rhythm notes by subscribing to my newsletter, Rhythm Insider, at rhythminsider.com, and you'll receive lesson PDFs when videos are uploaded to YouTube. If you want full access to the Rhythm Notes lesson PDF library, go to patreon.com/rhythm notes to join. Just like the title says, and you can already clearly see, I've flipped the pattern, so the tones and slaps are played in reverse order. In music, this is called retrograde. You may have noticed that some of these patterns have a lot of touches, and that this one has some mute tones, also called muffs. What's the difference between a mute tone and a touch, though? A mute tone is more of an accent, and a touch is much lighter. The touches help with timing, but also contribute to the overall sound of the conga pattern, especially in the context of a song. In other words, mute tones are heard, and touches are felt more than heard. Your open tone is the kick drum, and your slap is the snare. That's it. You can play a lot of patterns by adapting drum beats to conga drums. Sometimes the conga drum isn't enough for the song, and the percussionist needs to add shaker and conga, or conga and something else, which, by the way, most of my gigs are like this. I almost never end up playing just conga parts on a song, unless it's like a son or salsa gig. It's often conga and shaker, conga and tambourine, or conga and cowbell. And I have a full video lesson all about playing conga patterns in shaker, so I'll link it up in the cards and drop it in the description. If you want to support Rhythm Notes, you can do so by checking out some of the gear I have in the links in the description. It will take you to zounds.com, which is a really good site with excellent customer service, and I earn a commission when you purchase something after clicking the link. If you like this video and you want to watch more, check out this one over here, suggested to you by YouTube. And if you want to support Rhythm Notes, you can do so over at patreon.com/rhythm notes. Thanks for watching.